Oh my God. This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. You have Kenny, you have Carlil, you have Bamba. There is a three-headed goat on the loose, and they are about to come to you
You got
live
sports,
on the same
you got
convo. I
anime,
repeat,
you
this
got
is not
media,
a
you got
drill. They are about
entertainment.
to come to you live on
The
the
same
same
convo,
convo.
baby. Tap in.
Let's go!
Okay, now it's time to conversate. Same convo on your airwaves. Bamba came to entertain and Kenny talking anime. Carla coming with the sports, they changing lives in major ways. You was tweaking out if TAC ain't on your playlist. If you come and listen, then you listen to the best. They not worried about the others, cause they better than the rest. Kenny, Carla, bomb, but they put the others to the test. New episode flow, now tap in to see what is next.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to The Same Convo, the podcast where we talk everything sports, anime, media, and entertainment. It's your boys, Carlil and Bamba. And as you can see, Ken is not here, as he is currently going through a trial to get a 10-day contract from the Lakers. You feel me? But in the meantime, we got Mr. Era himself, DJ Jai. What's good, my guy?
Yes, sir.
Good, y'all was good. Y'all was good.
That's a hell of
It's
an
good to have
intro.
you on, man. How you feeling?
I mean, I can't complain. Working.
Getting that money.
It got to.
Let me get $1,000.
I can't do that. My boy can't do that right now.
That's a shame. You know who could give me $1,000 right now? Caitlin Clark. And I would start with her, but I don't want to promote bullying. I'm not going to talk about what's going on in the WNBA. So from another goat to another, we're going to talk about Bronny James. Yes, sir. That boy declared himself for the draft and just currently went through the NBA combine. Let me give y'all his metrics. 6'1", tall without shoes on, with a 6'7" wingspan. That boy weighs 210 pounds. He has a vertical of 40.5. Shot 19 of 25 from 3-point, like in a 3-point drill. You know what I'm saying? And he had that scoring like the highest point, I think, in the game in one of the combines, which was 13 points. Now, I don't have the what you call it, the scout draft with me, but I shared it in the group chat with the boys, and they saw it, and it was very critical. The question I want to ask y'all is thoughts on Bronny James, and how far do you see him going into it? How early do you see him going into this draft?
Well, as far as early, what I'll say is, as far as what I've seen from him so far, you know, his metrics in the combine and performance, he did pretty well in the combine. You feel me? But and I did send it to Jai earlier too. But the criticisms that you have posted in the group chat from the NBA scouts. Now I don't know if that was before or after the combine. I will say the criticisms are valid.
Mhm.
His size is valid. We're moving into an NBA league where we're transitioning from smaller point guards to bigger point guards. You feel me? We still got some small point guards like Trae Young and things of that nature, but we can all agree Trae Young's a generational talent. You feel me? Not saying that Bronny James is, but he doesn't have a type of skill set that sets him apart, you know, like a Trae Young. And so as far as what I've seen, like, I think he is going to get drafted, probably not high first round, but first round, just because like this is a very watered down draft anyway. There's not really after the first couple picks, because you got that kid that went to Purdue, Edie, and then I forget the one dude's name, but he was a bigger dude that played for
DJ
NCAT.
Burns.
Burns, and
NC State.
I don't know if niggas saw today, he dropped like 45 pounds, you feel me? So he was already mobile in the tournament. Yeah, he dropped 45 pounds. He was already mobile in the tournament as big as he was. Now he looks slimmer. I can only imagine how versatile he is on the floor now. And so out of those two, after those two, I really don't see too much talent that sets apart from Bronny James. I think he fits in just right in his class. I think he gets late first round, signed to a two-way deal.
Okay.
My opinion on it is it's iffy because I'm a big Lakers fan, so of course if they don't pick it, LeBron might. Who got him? Oh, let me go talk to the GM real quick. No, I'll be back. I'm gonna talk to the GM. I'm gonna talk to the GM. I'll be back. But overall, outside, like honestly, his biggest issue right now is his height. That's his biggest issue. 6'1" with a 40.5 vertical. That is
Crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
a great vertical. And then you got to think about it. He's drafting, let's just say Lakers do get him. He's already under his dad at home, but because his dad, NBA legend, he doesn't have that time with him like he wants. But now he can. And there's nothing like a father-son duo because what Bronny gonna do? Listen to his daddy? Oh yeah, my dad just said watch the screen, and then as soon as the screen rolled down, I just did what he said. That's easy. LeBron's a floor general as it is. As for capability, I feel like that growth will come over time. Honestly, there are plenty of NBA players that we did not know at all that stepped up off the bench after years of sitting in that one spot and like, damn, I didn't even know he played on the team. Oh, he got a couple buckets. That's gonna be Bronny. I feel like you'll slowly forget, like, damn, Bronny's still on. And then there's gonna be that one game where you like, yeah, that's Bronny James right there. That's Prince right there. He doing princely shit right now. But it's over time. You also got to understand he came, like, yes, he had I want to say below mid season at, what was it, USC?
USC, yeah.
Very below mid. But you also got to think this man had a life-threatening scare. That's hard to come back from. Like, it's not like an ACL, MCL. It's not a injury that most basketball players get. So it's hard to say. I think second round. I don't see him first round at all. But I do see him getting drafted.
Yeah.
But I do commit. I don't know if it's a true fact of what the post said that I saw when he was just like, I want people to draft me for my talent, not because who my daddy is. If that is a true statement, I commend the young man because that is a very adult statement. Like, I understand who my dad is. But draft me because you think I'm ready. Draft me because you think I could be a part of this team and make y'all better. And I commend him for that one. Because if I was him, nigga, draft me because my daddy LeBron. Let me get in the door because my daddy LeBron, and then let me work my way, my own path.
Facts. Anyway, I can get in. I'm gonna use that. But I'm not gonna lie though. Like before the draft, when he said that he was just gonna go in after college, I was one of the few people that felt like you definitely are not ready. Like this is a different level. But just seeing the way that he showed up in the combine, and also too, one thing that gotta be said is that this is not a very talented draft compared to the ones we've had probably like in the last 3 years or anything like that. Maybe you have people like DJ Byrne. I mean, Zach Edley, I don't really think that's a big man that's going to translate in the NBA. So I'm not counting that talent, but maybe somebody like Alex Sarr coming from France. Those are the people that I really see that I'm like, okay, these are few talented, maybe top 10 players that you're sure these are top 10 players. But besides that, like the talent can be counted. There's a reason why he's shined in so many different fields, like, you know, not only just on the athletic side, but even like in shooting and within the game. So I feel like he could possibly go first round because of that. And also, too, even if you're counting just the fact that the Lakers might want him just to reunite him with LeBron, even though they express that they don't want that anymore, that's something you could possibly use, you know, a bargaining chip. That's just how I look at it. But in the end, like the way that he showed out, in the competition in the draft, I definitely can see him going at least first round, like maybe late in the first round. That's what I'm thinking.
The one thing I think we all forgot, and I believe they said it. I think I was watching Gilbert's podcast.
Mhm.
His basketball IQ is on the same level as his daddy. You got to understand who he learned under. His IQ is better than a lot of the a lot of ball players on in the NBA already.
Mhm.
He has the eyes, he has the knowledge already. Literally, the only thing he don't height is the only thing he doesn't have is his little brother's height. If he was the same height as his little brother or taller,
Might be
there's no
different.
doubt in my mind that yeah, he going.
Because one thing about because I think when we look at Bryce compared to Bronny in high school, we like, oh yeah, nah, he's like that. But the only thing Bryce is really as far as better as far as skill set. I mean, he has the height, but also Bryce is a better shooter. But more explosiveness, Bronny
Oh, Bronny.
definitely has LeBron's explosiveness. Like
Yeah.
I've seen some explosive moments from Bryce, but as far as a fully explosive player, that's definitely Bronny. So niggas is lucky he's 6'1". Niggas is lucky he's 6'3" with shoes on. Because he's gonna have to figure out how to compensate from his size. But if that man was 6'6", 6'7", oh yeah, it's over with.
If
And
that
then
man was 6'4",
it's over with. Yeah, just add an inch. But then also you got to think. Also you got to think. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know. I didn't have a second point, so never mind. I didn't have a follow up. My fault. My fault. I just be talking.
Bro, on that note, let's just move on. Let's move on to the playoffs, man.
I ain't gonna before you move on. I ain't gonna cap Khalil. You be making me jealous with this damn microphone. It ain't hooked up, but I'm just gonna hold it there for aesthetic purposes.
This nigga brought his DJ Mike. Oh,
I'm fucking dead. DJ Big 50. Yes, sir.
We're just gonna act like it's on.
Look. Ain't nobody gotta know. This our podcast. This the same convo. You a part of the same convo. This our shit. You feel me?
Big bet.
I'm weak. But all right, to the playoff. So first, let's start by talking about the previous round. Last week or the week before, was it last week? Last week. Last week we made predictions. No, that wasn't last week, was it?
No,
Anyway,
because
we made
remember
predictions
last week I had to miss for Aqua's birthday, so week before.
at Birthday Aqua. But okay, last week, the week before that, we made predictions. We're gonna start with the Eastern Conference. Pacers, New York. Carlin, do you want to go ahead and remind the people what your prediction was?
I picked New York. Okay. Nobody told me they was gonna have 6 players available. Like they had one starter, Jalen Brunson, and everybody else that was playing was off the bench. Like that's crazy.
I too predicted that New York would win pretty easily.
They should have said something before you made that prediction. They should have made an announcement. We only playing bench players except one.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And they still almost beat them. That's the crazy part.
No, Brunson almost beat him.
That's the crazy part.
Brunson said, "Let me get my bag."
That nigga was playing different. I ain't gonna lie to you. Even with the injuries, all of them, give him their flowers. But what do you think went wrong in that series? What happened?
I
They
just
didn't
told
have any other starters.
I just told you. Bogdanovich injured. Julius Randle, who's actually the franchise player, injured. Maybe not anymore after this year, but Julius Randle is the franchise player. What's the name? Center Mitchell Robinson. That man is a 7-foot monster on defense, and he got injured. It's literally what went wrong is the whole team was injured. If the whole team wasn't injured, that's easy 6 games, New York. Easy 6 games.
I can agree with that one.
Yeah, Indiana Pacers, like they got their full squad. Like And I'm not going to, put anything past him. Like Halliburton, he hasn't been hooping consistently like he was in the regular season, but when it's time to step up, he steps up. Miles Turner has been a bucket. I saw him make some crazy threes the last game. Yeah, they just all around there, they got their full team. So they are able to compensate for areas to where New York can't. Like Tom Thibodeau was getting criticized because he's only playing like 6-7 players, but what can he do? His team is gone. Like
I was actually gonna come on that, but I'm gonna say like at some point, like the mistake with Tom Thibodeau is not what happens now, but it's what happens throughout the whole season and how you use your players. You cannot just keep on having your players on the floor, even whenever you're winning. Sometimes like he's the only player the only coach that can have like a 15-point lead and then all the stars sit on the court giving it their all. Like learn to rest people. And I feel like that's why it's catching up to everybody. That's where I was living as far as what went wrong.
I ain't gonna cap. And I'm gonna be 100% honest. The only games I've been focusing on is the Timberwolves. I'll be like, they someone hit me like, hey, we watching the New York and Indiana game. When the Timberwolves play.
Facts.
Let's talk about it then. That's the big news.
That's the only thing I want to talk about.
Thank God we're not going to Cleveland. Thank God.
Denver Nugget. We're gonna swing by there afterwards.
We're gonna talk about Cleveland.
We all got to, bro.
We're gonna talk about Cleveland. But first let's talk about Denver Nuggets and T-Wolves. What I thought was gonna be a sweep. And what should have been a sweep. What should have been. You say what?
I said that was a matchup.
Nah, bro. It should have been a sweep. Here's my reason why it should have been a sweep. Jamal Murray should have been fucking suspended. They should have been suspended. Maybe a towel should have been a fine. But you throw a heating pad too? He trying to take his ankles off.
Bro, they fined him $100,000. What more do you want?
It don't matter. You make millions. You throw a towel and a heating pad. Not only did you do it, you did something, had time to think about it, and then redid it. Something that you know is an offense. You're not sorry. And then when they asked you about it, you had attitude. Should have been fined, suspended.
He said, y'all got any basketball questions? Nigga,
exactly.
What?
Somebody who's sorry would have said that.
My fault. Yeah, I got a basketball question. You threw a fucking heating pad in the middle of a basketball game. Answer.
Wow.
Like, what? The whole Nuggets attitudes during what's the name? They in the interviews when they lost was just shitty, bro. Except for this nigga Jokic. This nigga Jokic ain't make no excuses.
Nah, that's a class act right there.
Michael Malone
Jokic sound the same in every interview. He wanna go play with horses. Let's hurry up and get this over with.
I know that man is home right now. He ain't spent no time. They took a team plane. Everybody went home. He took a team plane to Serbia.
Fucking weak. To the East one more time. We're going to talk about what should have been a sweep, but ended up being a gentleman's sweep. Boston Celtics. Whoop the shit out of the Cavaliers.
First question I got is, who the fuck do the Cavaliers got to even contend in the playoffs?
Who the fuck they actually? Okay, let's talk about it. See, that's the problem. The problem is
nobody looking at the Cavaliers.
The people that they had vanished, but they had people. Evan Mobley, Darius Garland, Karis LeVert, who came alive for one game, reminded you of what he could do. 33 points, then disappeared again like the Avatar.
See, the thing is, when Kenny said he wasn't gonna be able to be here, I was like, I'm gonna have a peaceful day. I ain't gonna get mad at nobody. You feel me? No arguing shit like that. But Jai just pissed me off. What do you mean? Who the fuck my team got? Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Isaac Okoro, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley. Even though Jared Allen's fucking injured, but what happened with us? How the series got to a gentleman's sweep? Our main player, our main engine, Donovan Mitchell, got injured because I was right about one thing. that is the series before the Eastern Conference Final is usually when you start to see the cracks and the weaknesses in the Boston Celtics, but we were not able to manipulate those. And so, and Donovan Mitchell got injured. We just didn't have enough firepower. Darius Garland didn't decide to wake up until the series was almost over. Karis LeVert wears the Omni tricks where one day he can play like DJ Augustine and the next he can play like Michael Jordan. Evan Mobley tried his best. I will. Evan Mobley is a slept on top player in the playoffs this season because he tried his fucking best. He was hooping.
Carla, I got a question.
Don't you dare.
All those pieces. If we gonna look at the playoffs, let's look at it like chess. All those pieces. You still got your Rook, you still got your Bishop, you still got your Knight. You lose, we're gonna say Donovan Mitchell, the Queen, because the Queen can do whatever the fuck it wants. It still didn't matter.
It did because we didn't have our two most important pieces to contend. Like Donovan Mitchell and Jared Allen were not playing, bro.
But if the other players are not ready to step up, y'all don't need to be there anyway.
So again, you want them to step up again. So you think listen to me. With a series without Donovan Mitchell and without Jared Allen, you want me to take Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Isaac Okoro, and Karis LeVert to go against two $300 million players and all-stars and Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, floor general, legendary point guard deemed by his peers, Drew Holiday, and a Kristaps Porzingis, even though Kristaps got injured in the last game.
My question now is, are they in the NBA?
Bomba injuries. That's what went wrong. I refuse to answer.
I was gonna ask the question. I was gonna say, is the question really Donovan Mitchell going down or Garland not being able to produce the same when Mitchell is on the court healthy against when Mitchell is off the court?
That's like Patrick Mahomes only being able to throw every third Sunday. Like, no, throw all the time, every day. You in the NBA, we see that you can do it. Keep doing it. What factors came about that stopped this man from producing the way he did the one time?
Niggas have bad series. I'm not making no excuses. I'm just saying. Ultimately,
and you know what the issue was? They in Ohio. Fuck Ohio.
Oh my God, Mamba! Please switch. It's getting personal.
All right, no, I ain't gonna say that. I like Ohio. I ain't gonna cap. I like Ohio.
I'm fucking dead. All right, so before we move on, last series, Dallas, OKC. Dallas won. We all happy. We all wanted that. Ain't nobody mad at that. That's what we wanted. So let's talk about the next series where it gets interesting. Dallas, Timberwolves. That's going on right now. What score, Carlil?
Score is 23 tied. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Dallas taking the ball down the court.
23 points tied. Now it's time to make our predictions.
25-23.
I say the Timberwolves in 3. Not 3, but
he said they beat them so bad they're gonna give up before the 4th.
Oh, Timberwolves in 4. The only reason I say that, and because one, people have been stepping up on the Timberwolves that you didn't expect to step up. 2, defensively, they are the most defensively sound team I've seen in a while. Everybody playing some defense. I'm talking about from the top of the key. Everybody is playing defense. There's not a crack in the system because defensively they own it. Now, are they gonna get scored on? Yes, it's fucking Kyrie. He gonna find a way. Luke Magic. He gonna find a way to put that ball in that hoop. Now, is Luka really stopping Ant? Is Kyrie really stopping Ant? As shifty as he is, he must have been working on his shot because he been shooting them things. and then don't let this man's motor really start running and he just get past you. Whoever's in the post is getting posted. He is what we wanted John Morant to be, but he actually makes the dunks. John Morant came out ready to post on everybody, but could never fucking finish.
This nigga threw shots at John Moran. That's crazy.
That's kind of ironic, isn't it?
It's valid though.
This nigga's dumb. I'm done
But
with you.
it's valid. Ant makes his dunks. Defensively, he is strapping up whoever's in front of him.
Okay.
McDaniels is strapping up whoever's in front of him. Timberwolves in 4. I'm calling it now.
Okay. I got Dallas in 7. Reason I got Dallas in 7 because one thing Jai said that was right about Anthony Edwards is he's a defensive mastermind. He's going to lock down. But again, if he has Kyrie, who has Luka? If he has Luka, who has Kyrie? McDaniels, okay, no.
He's been playing astounding defense.
He's been playing good defense for sure. But again, I don't think McDaniels can hold a Luka. And again, those are the two guards. Mike Conley gonna have to pick up somebody with his small ass. Who he gonna pick up? Tim Hardaway. Somebody got to guard the X factor. You hear me? And so I think they will play good defense enough to go ahead and make an impact. But one thing I will say is Anthony Edwards still has to prove consistency over a whole series. At the end of the day, the pieces that stepped up on the Timberwolves were a major part of helping them go ahead and seal the victory against Denver, because we got to remember in the last game, Ant didn't play that good offensively. He was 6 for 24. So he did make up for it with his defense, though. Rudy Gobert has been hooping. I will give him that. He has been hooping. His defense has been a little spotty. Karl-Anthony Towns keeps getting in foul trouble. So if they can fix all their issues from the previous series against Denver, they can go ahead and win out the series. But I think with the consistent scoring that you get from Kyrie and Luka and how well their pieces have been playing, I think they get this game. They get the Timberwolves in 7. I think they get them a 7. Also, I just want to see Kyrie get back to the finals, bro. Niggas been disrespecting him ever since he left Cleveland.
Not gonna lie, I'm saying we all want that. Kyrie, especially Kyrie and Luka, bro. That brother right now, that's special. That's very special. But this is my thought process, though. I feel like last season, what worked for the defense when it comes to the Timberwolves was the two matchups that they had to double, per se. You know what I'm saying? You had Jokic as a big, and then you had Murray as a guard. But now, when you have to focus on those two focal points that are Kyrie and Luka, who usually a double team is nothing to them. They play through that throughout the whole season. That is not stopping them. And when it comes to bigs matching up with guards, the guards that they have with Dallas, I think, can almost match up with any of the fours that they have. Probably Cat will be the only problem because he can stretch the floor pretty crazily. The game they have is not big base. It's mainly based on Kyrie and Luka. And those bigs that they have, plus PJ Washington, have been proven to, be able to play off of the ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, last minute pass, and then you're able to knock down a shot, or last minute alley hoop, and then you're right there. Gafford, pretty efficient, but it's Kyrie and Luka. Those two are unstoppable. Those two are very unstoppable. And I don't see any matchup. Like, really, yeah, they might have Ant over here, but does he match up against somebody like Kyrie? Like, I know his defense is like that. He does not match up against somebody like Kyrie. He might match up with somebody like Luka because he's a little bit more slower, but we also know that Luka is almost impossible to guard. That firepower that they have in that front court, which we thought would be their downfall, is actually proven to be damn near unstoppable. I'm going to Game 7. Going with Dallas.
Game update. Kyrie scored 13 points in the first quarter, 6 for 9. Score is, hold on, give me a second. Minnesota's up 33-27 at the start of the second. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Just them being this far, especially when you got a duo like Kyrie and Luka, I just wish that the duo between Kristaps and Luka actually work, because if Kristaps is on this team and they could play cohesively, this would be a cold ass team. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It would have been, but I don't know why. Porzingis is like he wasn't even trying, bro.
Because
the way he showed up for Boston, bro.
Yeah, the way he showed up for Boston, he's actually playing like a. Because you can also tell he put a little weight on too. He's actually playing like a big. Like he can still shoot, he can still space the floor, but a lot of his points came from the paint. A lot of the Boston Celtics points in their wins came from Kristaps in the paint.
In the paint, yeah.
If he would have just did that in Dallas,
wanted to be number one,
and now they got Kyrie too. Like, come on now.
But let's move on to our very last matchup, and we're gonna wrap it up with this one: Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. They already played one game, 1-0 for Boston. Who do you have coming out? First of all, let me just say, I'm very pissed off that New York did not make it here healthy. New York healthy versus Boston. That's what I thought the final was going to be.
Facts. Look, next year, because I was halfway pissed that they didn't beat the Pacers, but I was also kind of like, well, they would have went in and got swept anyway, like, because they don't have nobody except for Jalen Brunson. So next year, if they're healthy versus a healthy, that's a matchup. That is a true matchup. But
Boston's going to lose, but yeah.
But Boston versus Indiana, I'm going 4-game sweep. I would have said maybe Boston in 6, but the feeling that Indiana Pacers game had when it went to overtime yesterday. Do you know the last time? And again, I'm not even a Pacers fan. I just hate the Celtics. But the last time I had a feeling with a game like that, the 2018 Cavs overtime game 1 versus the Warriors. Now I feel we can argue if Cleveland won that first game, it would have been a different series. They could have at least got 3. I feel I have that same feeling for the Indiana Pacers. I feel like the Pacers, if they would have got the game yesterday, it would have been a more competitive series. But I feel like Boston just snatched snatched their soul out of them, and they're gonna sweep them.
No Diddy.
No Diddy. Oh wait, no, all Diddy.
The way John looked at the mic, man.
All Diddy. 32-37.
You can't say all Diddy, and my microphone look like this.
It's okay. That's okay. Mama, clip that.
He said my microphone. Oh, Lord. Technical foul.
Thank you.
Flag on the play.
No, Indiana's the closest NBA team I had, and I'm not a Boston fan, but I got to give it to Boston. I will say Carly was right on a couple points. Boston got too many options, right, that Indiana just doesn't have.
Facts.
You take one option away, the other option gonna step up. You take that option away, another option gonna step up. It's too many key factors within Boston for Indiana to really match up the right way. Even defensively, you know what they say, us as athletes, defense wins playoffs. Who's stopping Tatum? Who's stopping Brown? Who's stopping Porzingis?
Themselves.
I'm about to say,
that's the only way the Indiana's going to win, if they beat themselves.
Facts. Which, and we've seen. Do y'all got to think, since like what, 2017, 2018, this is like the sixth time in a row that Boston has either been to the conference finals or the finals.
Yep.
and they always fold. So again, it's not even though I predicted a 4-game sweep Boston side, if they fold at any point, a folding could be, it going 6 or 7 games. That could still be a fold. I just I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. Like Josh said, the only way they lose is if they beat themselves. They historically, I don't think I've seen another team like this just beat themselves as consistently as they have. I know it's been hard for hella Boston fans. I know it's been hard for hella Celtics fans, but I love you, baby. But yeah, it's over with. Yeah, Celtics in 4, but won't be surprised.
This is what I gotta say, man. Yeah, y'all niggas need to stop downplaying Indiana. Game 2, Indiana gonna win, and then they're gonna get a gentleman's sweep out of the Boston.
Hey, look.
That's it. That's as far as it goes.
For sure.
But the thing is, man, Boston, what Boston is lucky about right now is the acquisition of Drew Holiday.
Facts.
Porzingis.
Facts.
And Megamind. Because the thing is that if it was just down to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they wouldn't win. They would not win. They're great today, awful tomorrow, great today again. Great when you're going right, awful when you're going left. I don't know. It's too many flaws that they have, and it's just they be in there. I mean, it almost happened yesterday.
Facts.
It almost happened.
Jason Tatum needs to be that. The time where I looked at Jason Tatum and I was like, oh yeah, this nigga's one of the coldest niggas I've ever seen, was the Brooklyn Nets series where he was hooping up KD and locking that nigga down. I said, oh no, he's different. So
he looks different.
If they want to win any championship, that needs to be the Jason Tatum that comes to play every single game. Because that during that series, you couldn't tell that nigga shit. Couldn't tell him shit.
Until you play like that again, you don't deserve LMA.
Facts.
I do gotta just like an off-topic sidebar. I feel like KD hasn't been playing like KD lately, so he can start brushing his hair now. He ain't been playing like himself. I ain't seen Slim.
But has he even been keeping that up though? I don't think he has.
He don't keep up with it in the playoffs, bro. He just hoop.
And I feel like over the break, because he done got put out by a 22-year-old, he can just over the summer he can just brush a little bit.
I ain't gonna lie, Timberwolves, if they did anybody dirty, they definitely did the Suns the dirtiest.
They did the Suns bad, bro.
They did them bad, and KD couldn't do nothing but just make that awkward ass smile. That's
Bradley Beal said, "I ain't never been swept in my life." Ain't about happened today. Throw it up the next day. How many points did he have? Did he have like 6?
Yes, 6 points. Man, I was so disappointed in Bradley Beal. That's one of my favorite shooting guards.
I'll be damned indeed.
Bradley Beal made the University of Kentucky look bad.
And then slapped Vogel's hand. I'm like, he ain't do nothing to you. That was you.
Facts.
He ain't do shit to you.
Facts.
But it's been going on for way too long. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. This was the Same Convo, the sports segment of the Same Convo. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this with your friend, family, fuck your grandmama. And if you stand with anything besides Palestine, you're a bitch. On that note, see y'all next week.